Hello everybody! Welcome to Let's Play KOTOR 1 Modded. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate if you leave a like, comment and subscribe. Of course you don't have to, but it really helps. And let's continue. Casa 11, okay. So I just found out about the star map, and now I need to return to the council and go on my main quest. But first of all, I think I can talk with Bastila some more. Let's talk to her.
How can I help?
I want to talk about the dream.
It was less of a dream and more of a vision. A vision the two of us shared.
A vision?
But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not.
What do you think Malak and Revan were doing?
I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further.
Why did we dream of Malak and Revan?
Perhaps because we desired to. Perhaps because they came to this planet and were strong enough in the Force to leave a trace.
Isn't it a bit convenient to dream about our enemies? It sounds a little suspicious, Bastila.
And what else should we dream about except that which is most important to our fate? We dreamed about Revan and Malak either because we were meant to or because we needed to. There is no other way to look at it.
Okay. Why we share this vision?
Are you wondering why we shared the vision? Or why we even received it in the first place? To the first, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked, and for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given.
But how did our fates become linked?
I don't know. Believe me.
You do know, Bastila, you do know. You're hiding something.
In any fashion.
Well, thanks a lot.
Please, forgive me. I did not mean to imply that you were repulsive in any sense of the word. That we shared something so personal is just not something I'm used to. What would you like to know?
I'm not sure I like the idea of you being in my dreams.
And are you so certain that it is not you in my dreams?
Pretty certain, yes.
I see. That is most likely vanity speaking, for I am not certain myself. Regardless, our fates are linked. The vision was no doubt meant for us both.
That's all I wanted to know. Do you think we'll receive more of these visions?
With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us, but when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance. As you wish. We really should return our thoughts to business anyway. How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us, I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
And still don't understand this bond of ours.
Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Okay, I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a hot in a human form, plotting to overthrow the Republic. Nothing extravagant. I'm a soldier.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Kashyyyk, I'm a Wookiee, can't you tell? Deralia. It's in a remote system, why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
Wasn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
That's a pretty dick move to do, Bastila. I don't like being manipulated.
I see. I didn't mean to upset you, but I suppose it was inevitable. You've had a lot to absorb since we escaped Taurus. I apologize. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Okay, Bastila. What kind of equipment do I have? I have the Carlisian utility belt, and Davix visor, and infiltrator gloves, and +1 dexterity bonus. Okay.
You cool.
I didn't know that. I have my sources. Have the order would approve such transaction. Okay. I just want to check what you have for sale. Jorgan's Calatra assault rifle, stealth field reinforcements, interference band, SNS strength bonus. That's pretty good, but I don't have the money. That's enough for now. Let's go speak to the council.
You have returned, Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
We could lie, but we can tell the truth. We found an incomplete star map and a mention of something called a Star Forge.
This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
I'm ready to do the Council's will.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Am I to undertake this task alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith, but it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Great. Bastila and the Cat one. Anyone else you want to stick me with? There are others I want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taurus will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Tatooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
When do I leave?
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Okay, we get in our journal a quest for the Star Forge. The Jedi Council instructed you to seek out the ancient star maps scattered about the galaxy in the hopes to uncover the location of the mysterious Star Forge, as Revan and Malak did before you. Okay, every other with Johnny said that you will be accompanied by Johnny, young Kafar Jedi. She seems to be troubled by her emotions. Perhaps in time you will help her. You can help her. Okay. So nothing to do but explore these planets. But first, hey, nice portrait. Okay, first let's talk to Johanny. Get and maybe mission.
What?
Mission. Got your blaster and Brejik's gloves. Got +1 dexterity. Nice. Let's level her up. Okay. She can have demolition, computer use, and security. One more level. Computer use, demolition, treat injury. Fits, sneak attack. Level 9. She got level 3 of this. What can I give her? Let's give her some sniper shot. Proof sniper shot. Okay. Very nice. Maybe she can have better pistol. This is 2 to 5, 1 to 5. Stun chance. Actually, the stun chance is very good because you have sneak attack, so that's okay. She can keep this weapon. And let's check Johnny. She got Johnny's gift. Defense +3, +1 versus dark side, +1 strength. Quatra spent considerable time crafting this unique and powerful robe for Johnny, the venerable Jedi Master, and this prepared for Johnny as a gift for passing her trials. A testament to Quatra's character, considering her unpredictable Padawan had nearly killed her. Upon Johnny returning back from the dark side, the council present the gift to her. Okay, and she got purple lightsaber. +4 attack modifier. Traditional associated with Jedi. Nice. So let's give her some of this. Let's give her power belt +1. Okay, let's check her stats. +4 strength, +2 dexterity, +2 constitution, intelligence. Nice. She got more strength, I think. Different kind of different stats. Okay, what skills does she have? Stealth, Persuade, treat injury. Okay, what force fits does she have? Conditioning, power attack, weapon proficiency, lightsaber, force camouflage, night sense, powers. Okay, let's level her up. She gained 1. Let's give her some treat injury. fits. Okay. I think I will use a superior strength for 2-weapon fighting. And I will give her the ability to heal. Let's have her up one more intelligence for more skill points. Now she can have 2 points in treat injury. Skills, let's give her improve force shield. One more. Treat injury, fits, 2-weapon fighting, powers, throw lightsaber, it's good. Let's conserve 1 point of skills. This. Jedi support, 1 more. Let's start to level up this stealth abilities. Let's give her improve energy resistance, and we can give her 1 more lightsaber. Let's give her the yellow one. She can have purple and yellow, and we can give her +2 will, got +4 strength, +2 dexterity, +2 constitution, +2 intelligence, +1 wisdom. She had pretty nice stats. A nice lightsaber. So
What?
you can upgrade their lightsabers. Violet is cool. Give her +1 plus this and this. Okay. I want to check with Bastila. Double-bladed lightsaber. Okay, she got the robot one, the sigil one. Let's talk to Bastila. Or Johnny.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
You fought the dark side that consumed you. It is nothing.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Do not worry, John. I forgive you.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of assistance?
What do you know about this world?
Tatooine. Tatooine has been my home for a number of years, ever since I started my training with the Jedi. It is a lightly populated planet, mostly focused on agriculture and hunting of the wild beasts that roam its plains. The most populous form of animals on its surface are the Irias, herd beasts that are normally quite tame, but can be violent when provoked. And the Keth-hounds, vicious pack predators. Keth-hounds do not normally attack people, except when it is a pack of them ambushing a lone individual. But recently, they have been much more aggressive. I am to blame for that, I believe. But enough of
You
my
are to blame.
self-recrimination. I should not dwell on the past, but rather look to the future. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
You're too fragile, Johnny. Why? What is wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
Great, another mouth to feed. If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Bastila, do you have anything to say?
How can I help?
Do you know anything about this place?
Tatooine is a peaceful and pastoral planet. There are few large communities. Mostly what you will find here are ranchers and farmers. I find it a tranquil place like few in the galaxy. The perfect site for the Jedi Enclave. You will like it here.
You have something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Educated guess, from the way you keep staring.
I'm a Jedi. I am far too disciplined to betray my emotions with outward physical displays. We both know the real reason you have some idea of what I'm thinking, the bond we share.
Come on, Bastila, you don't fool me. Maybe.
Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Oh, you're such a hypocrite, Bastila. I don't need you harassing me. Thanks.
I'm not trying to harass you, but you must understand the trials and perils that lie ahead. For you and for me. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
It works both ways, doesn't it? You could help me stay strong.
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I would appreciate any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon wana
Chipedwana ni popo.
mucho shakapaka.
They don't have anything to nice to say.
What is it?
Johnny's robe is pretty nice.
I'm here.
In the original game, the Jedi Master Robe have 3 defense, and she has more bonuses beside the 3 defense. So that's good. Let's talk to Zar.
May the Force be with you in your quest.
Okay, he doesn't have anything to say. Let's talk to Vrook.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order, and have given us all great hope for your future success. May the Force be with you as you continue your training. It is well that you are still alive, Padawan, in that you have not yet managed to fail us completely. Why is it that you are now bothering me instead of seeking out the star map?
Why does the Council not stop them Mandalorian raiders?
So you heard about them, did you? They've been harmless up till now. It is tragic that someone had to die before we took action. You have our leave to deal with the murdering Mandalorian
I
raiders
already
should you
did.
encounter them. It is well that you are still alive, Padawan.
I'm sorry, Master Walker, we'll go.
You have a mission to attend to, Padawan. And as much as I may wish it otherwise, you are our only hope. The Council has placed the fate of the galaxy within your hands. I pray both you and Bastilla are able to emerge from this ordeal as servants of the light. May the Force be with you, young Padawan.
You're my only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I hate Vok.
I have heard that the Sandrels and Matalis have agreed to cooperation in the construction of a new estate to house their children. Apparently, a son of one family and the daughter of the other are getting married. I also hear that we have you to thank for this happy occurrence. I am glad that you are using the authority our order wields to achieve some measure of good.
Only doing my job.
You must not fail in your mission. Find the star maps that lead to the Star Forge. This is the only way to stop Malak and his Sith followers. You and Bastila are the galaxy's last desperate hope.
But beware that dark side. Bastilla will guide you, but she herself is young and new to the ways of the Jedi. You must help her as much as she helps you.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Do you have anything else to say, Banda?
You must not fail in your mission, young Padawan. Find the star maps that lead you and Bastila.
Okay, just repeating.
Padawan, I must speak with you. You are now one of the Jedi, an order with a long and glorious past. A past we should all be aware of. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Tatooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past.
Yeah, I think I would like to learn more about the lore of this era. I'm eager to learn, Master Dorak.
Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. Exar Kun was defeated, but the war left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened. For 20 years we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict.
What about the Mandalorian Wars?
20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the Outer Rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After much debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation.
That sounds like a big mistake.
Well, you can hardly blame the Republic. The memory of war was fresh in everyone's mind. Nobody was eager to relive the horrors in a campaign against the Mandalorians. But in the end, it was unavoidable. The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for a massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun.
What about Malak and Revan?
The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle. 2 young knights in particular demanded immediate action, Revan and Malak. They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause, and against the wishes of their masters, joined the Republic fleet battling the Mandalorians. Revan was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally.
So Revan did the right thing.
No one is denying that Revan was one of the keys to defeating the Mandalorians. But something happened out there on the Outer Rim. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months, scattered sightings that were never confirmed.
Where did they disappear to?
Perhaps they simply went far beyond the edges of Republic space. Maybe they found previously undiscovered hyperspace routes to the ends of the galaxy. Nobody knows for certain. 3 years ago,
Does the galaxy
Revan
have
and
an
Malak
end?
returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror.
How did Revan get so many followers?
Initially, the bulk of the Sith force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us, lured by Sith promises of riches and power. But what is more disturbing is the size of the Sith fleet itself. Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during the Mandalorian Wars, but many more are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems impossible to have created it in such a short time, yet we cannot deny its existence.
Maybe it was because of the Starforge. So what happened next?
For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan, as you probably know. She was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in both ships and soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers.
What can I learn from Revan's story?
Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson.
Where are the Jedi archives, Academy archives?
This facility is a training academy. The archives here are restricted to those who have attained the rank of Master. We must protect overeager Padawans from being exposed to dangerous knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge is a noble goal, but there are some things that require the wisdom of a master to truly understand. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith.
Yeah, you're also very wise, masters, I see. You're right. Don't worry, I found a way to stop the Sith.
Your confidence is admirable, but you must guard against pride and arrogance. These lead to the dark side. Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson.
There's an evil in all of us, I think. Everybody's capable of good and evil. I'll think on this, Master Dorak.
May the Force be with you.
Thank you, that was very knowledgeable. Let's talk to Bastila.
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Okay, she has nothing more to say, nothing else to say. So, I think I will continue our trip. First planet I will go to is Tatooine. To acquire HK-47 and gain some bit of credits for new equipment. You want to warn me? How do you know the council gave me a mission? Yeah. What are you talking about? Current attack. It's hard to believe an animal could pose a threat to a Jedi. Current attack is a predator, a Jedi is his prey, okay. Sounds like they're extinct. Thanks for the warning, I'll be careful. I think actually you fight a Torrent attack in Korriban. So it's pretty tough beast. Johnny seems to be wary of your presence. Perhaps you should make her more welcome by talking to her. Okay.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if you could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How did you come to be a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
Yes, please continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
What is the Cathar homeworld like?
It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on. My parents had long fled from that place, and perhaps that is a story for another time. Rather, it was a human hive world that I was raised on, the hind end of space, a pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Did you meet a Jedi?
Yes I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was old, and maybe a little enamored.
The imagination can be a dangerous thing.
From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Tatooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it.
No, you were not.
Completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Yeah. I think I can talk to Candoras a bit. Yeah. First of all, I have Pandex Blaster, Carp Blaster, Candoras Order, Bear's Mission, Stun Chance, that's good. T3, Zalbar Blaster. Okay, let's talk to Candoras. Save.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you know anything about this world?
From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. Do you have anything else you want to ask?
Can you give me some eternal stimulants?
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a speed-boosting stimulant to help you get quicker. There anything else you need?
Yeah, speed boost is what I need. I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Yeah, you were a great warrior.
Ha! I was the best. Except for Mandalore, of course. He was the only person alive except Revan who could have beaten me. For 5 days they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
These Alfiri don't seem too bright.
They weren't stupid. Stupid races don't make starships and weapons of mass destruction. But they weren't masters of the arts of war as the Mandalorians are. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
You disobeyed your orders.
This is a chance given to a warrior once or twice in a lifetime. The chance to change the course of history in a single act. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Condorus is a real cool guy. Can you give me some adrenaline stimulants?
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need?
Anything else? I'm wondering if you had any war stories.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
No honor in defending yourself?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
I kind of agree that hiding with your families and children in order to not to be attacked is cowardly. And you should not do this in war. You should fight. You send out the warriors and soldiers and fight with the other side. Not use your family as protectors. It's a stupid idea. You could have found another way. Now that's my kind of warfare. But killing people is wrong.
It's wrong to hide with shields surrounding
I agree.
hoping the enemy will be so
I
good
agree.
as to throw
Totally
themselves
agree.
at your feet to be slaughtered. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes, especially later.
I agree that you should not be hiding with your family. You should go out and fight. Not hiding behind your family in hospitals, and that's cowardly way of fighting. How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Yeah, give me more than stimulants.
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need?
Tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
But what about the Sith?
The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
Malachor 5. You get to visit there, and you talked about this battle in second game, KOTOR 2. And actually I have a playthrough of this of KOTOR 2. So you can watch this if you want interested about Malachor 5. Actually go there in the end of the game. What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships or your men or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
What about more stimulants?
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a speed-boosting stimulant to help you get quicker. There anything else you need?
Tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it.
So must not have been many of you left.
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
And you eventually came to Taris.
Yeah, I came to Taris. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Taris and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Taris could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
That means a lot, Condorus. I am honored.
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, We should get on with our lives. Is there something else you want to know?
Yeah, more stimulants.
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a speed-boosting stimulant to help you get quicker. There anything else you need?
I want to stock up on some drugs.
Your
Okay.
choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
That was insightful. Okay. We talk to Karf and then go to Tatooine. This is the galaxy map, the Eben Orcs on board navigation system. When you're ready to leave Tatooine, you can enter the galaxy map. Destination. Okay.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been very quiet lately, you know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
You were born out of the loop.
Very cute. If you got any cuter, you'd pass for a Gamorrean sister.
Better than a Gamorrean mother.
Look, I'm serious. No one seems to want to tell me anything, and it's starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know
Oh, you
what the
poor
Jedi
baby.
Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Tatooine for training. Isn't that strange?
Why would anything that just seem strange to you? Why don't you ask Bastila?
I'd be more than happy to, but she's as closed-mouthed as the rest of the council. I'm hoping you'll be the one to enlighten me.
They thought it was more important than that I help find the star maps than to stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
They said there's a bond between Bastila and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why, that's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
I'm sick of listening to you rant. Why don't you leave, Mr. Karf?
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around
Oh, this again. I'm not going to betray you. I am not Saul.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing. Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you know anything about this place?
Tatooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
Bastila, do you have something more to say?
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me.
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi Strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
So who killed Revan then?
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
But you would have killed Revan eventually, right?
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once
Even Hitler?
Jedi, heroes in
I don't think so.
every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry.
Not everybody deserves redemption.
My confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Like, I don't think Hitler would deserve the redemption. Okay, let's go. Tatooine, Kashyyyk, Korriban, Manan. and Yavin. First of all, let's go to Tatooine.
Lord Malak, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak.
How the fuck is he still alive?
Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard.
It is a wonder. How the heck did you survive that?
Help us capture the young
We were crushed.
for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter...
Come at me, Calo Nord.
Her companions are
I'll
nothing
kick your
to me,
ass.
Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common circles?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Karath.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
Another dream.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Tatooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have.
Yeah.
The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Not so surprising. Not always has been a desert. Yeah, maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
But if you remember, when I talked to the droid in the Tatooine ruins, he said he's tens of thousands of years old. So it is really logical that 10,000 years ago, when Tatooine wasn't always a desert, that there will be a Starforge. So
how can I help?
I would like to know more about you, Bastila.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Tell me how you joined the Sith, the Jedi.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Talravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
So the Jedi separate children from their families.
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
That sounded idiotic. I would never agree to that.
The gift of the Force comes with a high cost. Sacrifice of one's emotional attachments is one of the prices a Jedi must be willing to pay. The alternative is to fall prey to the dark side.
And what's so wrong with that? Why wouldn't you be allowed to love?
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things.
Don't you miss your family at all?
Like all who join the Order, I have learned to embrace the life I've chosen. I had to let go of my attachments to my family.
You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
You and your father were close?
Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle and doted on me. My mother, however, was different. I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken.
You never tried to get in touch with your father again?
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
But if the Jedi were to love, surely it wouldn't be all bad.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
Okay. The recording has been going on long enough. This is a good place to stop. Let's save. Cassette 12. I know this episode was a lot of talking and lore and talking to my companions, and not a lot of fighting, but it's still good to know all about the history of this world, of this era, of the Old Republic, and very interesting and to find more about my companions, so I don't see it as a waste of an episode. Next episode we have more interesting action and fighting, and HK-47, my favorite character. You know what? Wait a minute, I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something that I have. I have a keychain of HK-47. I really like this. He's my favorite character. He and Kandorus in the first tying for the first place of companions of characters in KOTOR 1. And for 2 is Kreia, but in KOTOR 1 is my favorite character. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.